Um, I was gonna stream a little earlier, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. I was tired coming back. Oh my god. You know, despite where I was and what I was doing, I actually really missed you guys. Hey! Yes, Nightwing, you are officially the first one here. But yeah, like, I know it's been a couple of days. I feel really good. And I'm happy to be back doing this. I'm gonna wait for a couple of more people to come in because I have a lot of story time. This is how I spend my Monday Night Raw. Honestly, if that's you saying that I'm more entertaining than a Monday Night Raw, then you know what? That means a lot, because that means I can like connect with you guys. And I don't have to worry about, you know, ratings and stuff like that. Like, I can be me and still connect with people that come in and be engaging that you guys can watch me for like over an hour. Oh, Souza, I forgot to tell you, I almost didn't survive this entire weekend, yo. The effect of my knee was in, yes, my brother said, full effect multiplied. It was terrible. He'll probably get what I'm saying, because this is like a personal joke between like our circle of friends, and maybe I'll explain it a little later. But I almost got hit by lightning today. What the fuck? Why'd you almost get hit by lightning?
How, Sleuth?
What were you doing that required you
Did you have an umbrella
to be put in a...
Because that might be it.
I mean,
Umbrellas
yeah,
can
but...
count as lightning rods.
Hey, Gargod's here. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What about
Thank
this
you,
gamer girl bathwater?
Yo, put your headphones in, yo. This is... But thank you, Gone. I really appreciate it.
It's like Momo-kun on stereo and mono.
I hope Momo-kun is never crazy enough to try selling bathwater. Kieran happened. He was fighting Sasuke.
God damn it.
Oh my god. It was raining and I was walking outside. It did. Oh, so it just kind of happened suddenly. Like there wasn't any. There wasn't any actual cause. It makes sense. Yo, one of my friends actually, they texted me late last night, and they were like, "Are you gonna watch Monday Night Raw tonight?" And I'm like, I've been hearing nothing. I've been hearing nothing but bad things about Raw and SmackDown Live respectively. So, as far as I'm concerned, I have no reason to sit here and watch Monday Night Raw when I just went through possibly how ice and surgery did that. If you mean how much did it have, not enough. That's how bad it was. I jumped all the way in the house. I hit the damn dash. He pulled the Sonic and hit the dash pad, yo.
It's not even
okay.
Water, it's freaking brine.
But that's why I said put your headphones in. Listen, just whatever you do.
What? I can't even.
don't know.
I'm
But
appalled by today.
well, regardless, um, I do want to say something. I need you to be real quiet for this one. I do need to, because there were a couple of bads, but the positive outweighed the negative in so many ways, but the thing itself wasn't perfect. But I do want to get this out of the way. And a little bit of this, oh, take your time, Nightwing. A little bit of this is to make sure that, like, all the sentimentality is gone before Lucy shows up. But, this is the first and the only time that I am going to say his name on stream, because I usually try not to. But if he is watching, because I know he had, like, before I left, he had like 3 meetings back to back to back. So, Anthony, if you're watching, thank you just so much for just the conversations that we do have before this, and giving me, of all people, like, the opportunity like that. Like, most people would kill just for like one day of that, and just the concert itself. We did literally everything in there, and despite a little bit of disorganization here and there, like, the fact that you guys, like you and your family, you know, you guys were amazing, even though I only met everyone else besides your mom that the day I left, today, when I came back. You know, the fact that you guys were gracious enough to have me and things like that, and just the fact that I was able to experience all that, it's oh my god, I don't want to cry on stream, yo.
Daniel, it doesn't matter. Daniel, it's a blessing, and you got that blessing. God gave that to you. So if you're gonna cry, be proud about it.
You don't. You don't meet people that are willing to go out of their way like that. And I've never been in a friendship of that level, and it's just mind-blowing. Like, I was sitting there 6 o'clock in the morning just looking at the ceiling, and I'm just like, I can't believe all this happened. Like, how am I supposed to explain this feeling? I just can't thank you, your mom, and everyone. I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you.
Daniel, I think I kind of know this feeling. It's genuine happiness. It's coming from the heart. It's something that the enemy doesn't like. And that's what God gave you.
Thank you.
The Holy Spirit let him get you there, and by nut, or by gut, or by blood, let you do it.
Oh my god, I am not high enough on, like, the YouTube totem pole to be, like, crying on stream.
Daniel, you need a hug.
This is why
Come on, you need a hug.
Hold on, you
Come here.
guys.
Come here.
That's God right there, my boy. That's God right there. Ooh.
It's all right. It's God right there.
Give me something to drink, please.
Right here. Right there.
Ooh. But it was absolutely through the roof. And I just can't say thank you enough. And I hope that I was, I guess, a proper house guest, because usually I'm not in another person's household. I'm usually in a hotel. So I hope that I was polite enough, you know. And it was so much fun. So thank you. I mean that so much. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, I just needed to drink a little bit of the water that I had next to me. Oof. It'll stop eventually. It'll stop eventually. But I had to get that out of my system. I had to, because it was a part of the feeling that I was holding in the entire trip, with the people I met and all the things I got to do, you know. So I wanted to get that part out of the way. There was so much that happened that was just absolutely crazy. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, God. Save some water for Dud. He gets thirsty after all those wood chips. Like, I'm not even thinking about him right now. But, a lot happened. I think I lost more weight in that, like, 3 days or 2.5 days of walking in New York than I have doing that exercise app in a month, like 3 months. But before I get into the beauty of just what happened, there was some negative I want to get out of the way. There wasn't too much negative. Literally, it was only like 3 things. And the one big thing, the one real big thing, like, I'm gonna tear them apart, honestly. The first thing was very small. The first day of KCON, they had this, like, little Korean marketplace. It was relatively small. There was a Korean marketplace in the Jacob Javis Expo Center. It was very small, but like people were able to come in and try and like kimonos for like that they wear for Korean holidays, stuff like that. Try different like Korean fruits and vegetables, things of that nature. The one big problem was that it was flowing really smooth on the first day, but on the second day, when they actually tried to organize it and have people in a line, it just seemed to get kind of worse. Like, it felt like it was something that was just the convenience of being able to kind of get in and out, you know. And I guess they tried to keep it in order, but I guess they tried to keep it in order as best they could, but the line just ended up getting kind of worse. So that wasn't really a bad, but like, it was one of those things. It's 16 minutes and all I've done is cry. Let me actually get on this game.
Tears of joy.
Oof. What the fuck am I using? Oh, okay. Okay. So, second place. So, the second thing actually happened right before the second day of the concert. And that was where we were sitting, where we went to. It's like a little Korean eatery, which also has amazing bubble tea. I am not sponsored by Kung Fu Tea, but I do not care if you ever go there. If you ever get the chance to, go to Kung Fu Tea. It will change your life for the better, at least to me. Like,
honestly,
like they dead ass snap when it comes to. Michael, get your headphones, because they can still hear you.
I'm really curious about that bubble tea.
Well, you know, I'm gonna try it. I love tea. Honestly, they either do like milk tea, or they try and do like, my favorites are the green teas, because all the green teas have fruit. There's this one specific flavor. We'll get into that. But anyway, so we were looking for like a place to sit down, because Sunday the place was packed. So we're looking for a place to sit down, and we finally find an empty table, and this one lady decides that she's gonna like uncourteously stop us because she wanted the table for, you know, her and whoever. And that's fine, but there's a way to go about, you know, letting someone know that you want a table. And for some reason, she felt that she didn't have to do that. And so, my friend, he's like, ma'am, you know, just to let you know, next time you should, I'm actually gonna restart so that I can not be on the ramparts. So he's like, ma'am, you know, just to let you know, for next time, like, you should really, like, put something here, or, like, have someone here to let them know you're holding the table, because, like, if it wasn't us, nobody would care that, like, you wanted this table. And then I find out that, like, she gives him the stink eye, and you know, despite all the crying, despite how I was so worried about being polite and everything, there's one thing you guys need to understand about me. I have my grandmother's temper, and I'm also from Jersey. I try not to let the Jersey side come out very often because I don't really like the Jersey side. But this lady almost caught it. Bad. Okay? She should have worked the state fair. She'll meet many customers that have her same energy. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, how are you gonna, like... Nah, at the end of the day, you know, we gave her the table. He was just trying to tell her, listen, you know, you need to be careful when doing that, because not everybody is gonna try and... Not everybody is gonna, like... be as courteous enough as to give you the table. So, yeah, you know, but honestly, for the most part, like, karma worked out in our favor anyway, because not only did we end up getting another table from 2 other people, we were actually able to, like, share the table with 2 others that were going to the same convention as we were, and we were able to pass that along. So it was a matter of just, like, sharing the wealth. Motherfucker. Yo, I told you guys I was gonna catch a lot of L's, yo. I'm gonna try my best not to. So that was that. I mean, it was really whatever. It was just like the principle of the entire thing. Like, don't do that when someone, especially when someone's being nice enough to warn you that, like, oh, this is happening. Like, don't be essentially an old bitch. Like, you know? But you know what? Like I said before, the karma went out. Well, the good karma. Because we were the ones in the right, so ultimately... So... I'm gonna switch to ice shards. Now, this one... You'll set it off. Yeah, exactly, Gone. It'll get real hectic real quick. I try not to let it get that way, but you know. So, the last thing, and probably the most important, Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster was by far the biggest aggravation of the weekend, and I will stand by that until the day I die. Ticketmaster is horrendous. Their customer service, and it's one thing if your customer service is on point, but there's literally nothing you can do in regards to, like, how your system is. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it happens. No matter what, everything is now switching over to, like, online convenience. So, regardless of how good your customer service is, sometimes it's out of your control, and that's fine. But as someone who's worked customer service most of their life, there's a time where, like, there's a way to go about it. Like, luckily, the concert, well, the second half of the concert was literally hours away. Like, we had plenty of time to prepare for, like, the, we had plenty of time to, like, get ourselves ready in regards to, like, the concert itself, because really, We had there was an incident where the tickets that we did have originally we just left them in the house, so for convenience's sake what we did was we just decided we were gonna like go to the nearest place, we were gonna go to their website, print out another set of tickets and just go, you know. But Ticketmaster was absolutely horrendous. Two of the lady, we ended up speaking to 3 different people. We spent like close to 2.5 hours just trying to like get stuff done for the most part, and then we find out that like their system is down, and it's like it was just a complete mess for the most part. But like the experience wouldn't have been so bad if they knew how to handle their customers better. Like, I almost got there on the phone with them, and I literally almost told this lady off too, because she also sounded like she didn't want to do her job. So that's really it with Ticketmaster. All I'm gonna say is there's no reason you should be paying like high amounts of money to get the service that you get. And
Pay for their services?
well, remember Michael, you're getting tickets from them. Like they're the ones that are selling you the tickets. But if there's an issue, you know, it shouldn't take almost like 3 hours to finally get things done. You go to concerts, Con? Yeah, I've been to a couple of good concerts. Went to see The Weeknd, Future, and this artist named Sixth Black, pronounced Black. Huh. Yeah, not having enough organizational skills at big conventions can ruin everything. Like, luckily Ticketmaster had nothing to do with the actual convention itself. But still, it was just like so bad. And if you ever have the chance to like try and go someplace in regards to like a concert or a convention or something, I will forever not recommend Ticketmaster if you can help it. If you can help it. I would say like Ticketmaster is a last resort, if nothing else. That was really the tea in regards to like my situation with what in the fuck? What did I just buy? What the hell did I just... Well, you know what? It's whatever. It doesn't matter. So, really, that was the whole tea on that. The moral of the story, Ticketmaster is a complete sham, and honestly, if they didn't have competition there, what the fuck did I just buy? Alright, well, I'm gonna restart because I don't know what weapon I just got, so. But that was like the one main thing that really like pissed us off in regards to, and the crazy part is, you know, we met so many people at the actual convention center that were having the same issues. Like, Ticketmaster was just like screwing them over, and telling them they had to do one thing when they ended up having to do another. It was just a huge mess. So screw Ticketmaster. If we can avoid getting tickets from and the crazy part is, for your tickets, usually they allow you to have like to access them electronically from your phone or whatever. They didn't even have that. So it's like, yeah, it is like WWE. Like, if I don't, I'll say this. If we are ever at a point where Ticketmaster is absolutely not an option, then I think that is probably the best way to go. So, thank you for that, because that was actually an amazing comparison. But you know what? I've gone on about enough of the bad for long enough. Are you guys ready for what was probably one of the funnest experiences of my life? Because some of the stuff that I have to tell you, it got pretty juicy in quite a few ways. And if you want to pause on that, you can, but just know, oof. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start off with I'm actually going to start off with the venue. I have not been to the Jacob Javits Center since I haven't been there since New York Comic Con of like 2012, 2013. Number one, I'm very happy that they have charging stations, because that was actually the one thing that they were lacking. Charging stations. So I'm glad that after all this time they finally got them. That's number one. So I'm really happy about that. I'm so glad we were inside a convention as opposed to anything else, because honestly, yes. If you want, I would say you specifically just go back and play this back from the beginning and then come back. You guys, the person in the chat, this is the man, the myth, the legend. I just wanted to put that out there. But Hunter's Mirror unlocks a mirror near the scribes that may come in handy. We'll add the cells to it then, if it'll come in handy. But yeah, I'm very glad that we were inside, because it was like 80 plus degrees, and it felt like we were at like 90 plus. And it was, hey Sonic, what's up? And it was when you're walking like in the morning and it's hot and you're like pouring sweat, but you go into the convention hall and you just feel that cool air just completely when you feel that cool air hit like your wet face, oh my god, that is thank god there was AC. Yes, absolutely, because if not, we would have legit suffered. Clear World is about to become my new deck of evil by the Clear World? That does not bode well.
Wait, what's their world?
So the venue was really cool, having not been there in years. Let me also say this. This whole con experience was literally it was literally a set of firsts. And it was my first time in Madison Square Garden. I loved every minute of it and where we were. I loved every second of it. It also had air conditioning. And like having them perform at like somewhere like Madison Square Garden, you know, especially since 90% of the artists that came, 90% of them were rookie groups. So they give them the chance to like actually perform at like Madison Square Garden of all places. That just to me, it was just a testament to like just how much K-pop as a whole has really grown, and just how much like all of us come together. And I think the best part was that, you know, we didn't have to worry about fucking Twitter trolls talking about some scam Luna. Like, we would talk about what groups we liked, but it never got to the point where like we were doing what Twitter fans do. Oh, Sonic, congratulations. How did it go? So there was that. The performances there, we're gonna get there in a little bit. So now we get to yeah, that means since I'm back, you're gonna hear more of my mom sometimes. Now we get to, they want me to come in for training tomorrow. Oh my god, congratulations, Sonic. I'm actually gonna update you guys on that too. Now we're going to get to the congoers themselves. Let me just say, I have never seen a convention hall packed with more women in my entire life. We're talking about from all over. And at first, when I saw it, I'm like, oh, well, 9 times out of 10, they're probably all gonna be here for like the one group and then that's it. I didn't even really think, hold on a second. Apparently, I'm just coming back and they want the sauce, so give me 1 second. Oh, it's Sapphire! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down there. So... Alright. Gladys, Gone. Do you guys remember how you usually tell me that, like, there's an ongoing joke about me having hoes and stuff like that? There was actually one instance during the concert that I'm gonna share the story because I know unless you watch the video, you're not really gonna understand the context. So this is like an exclusive kind of thing, so take that as you will. I had never interacted, like, if you guys saw some of the little clips that I did, you guys know I was with my boy who's in the chat. You guys know that I was with my friend Taylor and her mom. She's an incredibly sweet person. She's also on Instagram as Tay Tay Cos, so if you want, you can follow her. But that aside, I had never interacted with like that many women in my entire. Believe it or not, I was actually trying to help Wingman for him. It was actually hilarious. He was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Yo, listen. The least I can do, if nothing else, is this. So let me do a thing." Yo, we almost got in a pretty deep amount of trouble, but it was all worth it. It was all worth it. But, so, during the concert, one of the groups that were performing were 17. 17 is a very big group. So what happened was, when, like, where our seats were, what happened was one of the girls from, like, closer to the floor, they were coming upstairs, and they saw me and my friend, like, constantly get up, and they were like, "Hey, do you guys want to come? Because, like, we're dancing over here." And let me tell you guys, the group of women down there, oh my god, they were, I can't put it into words, yo. They were absolutely, even wandering around the convention center, and like, also, it was hot. So there were like booty shorts and sundresses everywhere, and I'm just like, oh my god, here we go. It was like that's part of the reason why, like, I drank what felt like a half a gallon of like bubble tea, because I'm telling you, did I dance? That is classified information. I will not say yet. Yeah, Sonic, actually, surprisingly enough, this was one of those situations where I did not have to drink, which was actually pretty surprising to me. But I think, like, I was more so hyped on the atmosphere. I was more so hyped on, like, the atmosphere and, like, the energy that everything was, yeah. You stay there and die for a while. I was more so hyped on the atmosphere and literally, like, everything that was going on. So, I didn't really need alcohol at all. But, like, oh my god, they were just so gorgeous, and, like, I interacted with a lot of them, and, like, because usually, if you guys don't know, like, usually my thing is, like, anime conventions, but I don't really speak during anime conventions. But, oh, hi, Nessie! How are you? I'm surprised you can make it. He clapped some cheeks. No, I did not. There was no clap cheeking. I mean, cheek clapping. That's how you know I'm a mess. I actually messed that up so bad. But, like, it was like a whole different level. Like Gladys, if you remember the conversation we had where you, I'm not gonna lie, where you like set me straight, that was what that was. Are you fucking kidding me? And then it's concealed. Fucking bitch. Is there another one? Bitch ass nigga. But yeah, Gladys, that is literally what that was in full effect. And the fact that I was actually able to like talk with them about stuff that I actually like to do, and we could actually have like an interactive conversation, it was the absolute best, yo. Oh, he does. I had him as a roommate at CPAC. He sleep. Yo, that was supposed to stay in Secaucus. Do not expose me like that, yo. That's grimy. Don't put me on blast. Like, unless you're... Who the fuck? Oh my god, really? Fuck ass over here. How do I get up to you? Because you're aggravating. Well, Gladys, I wouldn't necessarily say that we were dancing, because, like, where we were sitting, there wasn't really any dancing to be had, because we couldn't really dance or we'd risk a fire hazard. So I wouldn't necessarily say there was a dance floor, and even then there was like floor seats. I mean, not floor seats, but even then there were like give me 1 second, guys. You thought you got rid of my turret? Have that. So we were kind of like in our own little sections, like dancing or doing our own little thing or whatever. I am actually not gonna go any further than that. Just know that sometimes when you don't watch them ages, sometimes when you don't watch those ages, it can get you in some serious trouble. But no, the stream keeps buffering for me because my service is but before I continue, just let me know if there are any problems with the stream itself. Please let me know, because like I want to keep like talking with you guys about the stuff that was going on during everything that's happening. Oh my god, what is going on? Like, maybe if I stop them from moving. Alright, the stream is good. Alright, cool. I just want to make sure. I'm on my last bit of potion down here, yo. Well, looks like I'm gonna catch y'all later. Don't worry about it too much, Nessie. There'll still be like a run back or whatever, so, or unless you want to come back later, you can definitely come back. But thank you for coming by, because like I know you work a lot, so thank you so much for like stopping by and visiting out. Thank you. So there were so many just like, oh nah, if I die on this part, then it's time to go.
Oh god, the legendary get 8 pre-owned.
So like I honestly like did not know what to say. And then on top of that, you had like the idol girl groups themselves. I'll make it even. I have every intention of cosplaying Bray Wyatt's Nick Jr. gimmicks soon. Honestly, I don't even think his gimmick is like Nick Jr. And even if it was, he plays it really, really well. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But it was absolutely amazing. This is actually a story my friend in the chat didn't know. So during the time that he went to go and get the tickets, well, retrieve the tickets from where he had left them, right before I went to go charge my phone, I met up with our friend. And while I was meeting up, I had actually went to one of the stages where everyone was dancing and playing music or whatever. There was this one girl. She was about my brother's height. And she was absolutely gorgeous. My brother's like maybe 5'4". I think she was a little bit shorter than that though. She had legs for centuries. And let me tell you, I got a lot of bad stares that Sunday. While that wasn't happening, while that was happening, because when one of my favorite songs came on, she had saw me and she was like, "Hey, do you want to dance? Just sitting by yourself?" Oh my god, I won't get into what happened, but I'll let you guys use your imagination. Also, her hairline, or not her hairline, Michael.
I know. This is wrong.
I'm aware it's wrong, but like, keep it down. They can hear you. Tell us. Go on. I'm gonna let you guys like use your imagination on that one. Like her eye, and also, I had asked her, was she mixed? And she said she was, shit. Ah, no, I'm getting hit. I'm getting hit. Hold on a second. I gotta, no, you know what? I'm already under the 2-minute mark, so I'm just gonna... Hey, you cut that out.
No, this isn't...
If you want to watch all that on your dime, that's fine. But like, it's already been almost an hour since I started streaming. Oh my god. But whatever. So, her eyeliner was amazing, and she had like the smell of raspberries, and I was just like, oh my god. And like, we were dancing for a little bit, and she was like, oh, is this your first KCON? And I was like, yeah, this is actually my very first one. And I actually had told her that I had mentioned to her, you might want to try and get away soon, because like, I might become public enemy #1 after all this. And she's like, after we had finished dancing, she had told me like the amount of guys on a regular that she goes through in regards to like hitting on her and stuff. Like, it gets so annoying, and it was nice to just have someone to like talk to. Did you get her IG? I actually did not, unfortunately. In the long term, I should have. But I also found out that she's going to be going to Anime NYC as well. That's actually my next big plan once I start working, saving up for Anime NYC in November and seeing my friends and going there. Cause she said she's probably gonna be there, and if she is there, like, she'd like to hang out for a little bit, you know. So there is a possibility that I may have inadvertently gotten myself a date, you know, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. I actually meant to tell you this, Anthony, but it slipped my mind with everything that was going on. So that's pretty much what happened. And then I had to go charge my phone because, you know, the struggle of
Just walk myself into. What have I done to myself?
let me go back, because I see this is an outfit, so I want to try and like get back up to 10,000 gold and then build up my gold from there and get that outfit. I really like it and I really want it. She was really cool and she was like exceptionally pretty, and I was in a loss for words, because again, like I said before, like, I'm not the most confident what the fuck is that? Is that a quick bow? Oh nah, you guys, story time is officially on hold until I get that quick bow, so hold on 1 second. Oh, it's the barnacle. Actually, the barnacle is really handy. Okay, inadvertently, right, we'll go with that. Yo, shut up, delete your comment. That's great. I told you you'd meet someone there. I met a couple of someone's there. A couple of someone's. Yo, one of the guys who had come in with his 2 daughters that were sitting behind us, you know, he was like, yo, listen, you know, they're just going into college. I'm just saying, if you ever need a date, like, I almost also got a date with one of these guys, like, 2 daughters. It was absolutely insane. And I don't know if he was serious or not, because he was also drunk, because I could kind of like smell the wavering scent of beer. But either way, that was absolutely insane and hilarious. You know, I was so different than, like, happy National Video Game Day, guys. Oh wow, there's actually a day for that? So, like, am I a poser of a gamer if I say that I had no idea that that was a thing? Oh my god, all of these look so tempting. Hokuto's bow, the Frost Blast, and the Ice Shark. You know what? I don't want a fucking balance. I just found out, so it's okay. Oh, I'm not the same. I'm not, I'm in the same boat pretty much. That's good. Also, where we went to eat, we were also, where we went to eat, the table that we shared were with these 2 black girls. Oh my god, they were incredibly gorgeous, and we were just like talking. This was when this was before Anthony went to like go get the precious nectar of the gods, known as bubble tea. So, oh, he meant it. Just when he's sober, watch out. He'll treat you like a son-in-law and chase you with his Oh my god, I hope not. I do not need that kind of trouble, yo. I do not need that kind of trouble. But yeah, like pretty much. Okay, so to put it in perspective for you guys, usually conventions are like kind of half and half. Hold on one second, Michael.
What's up?
I don't mean to disturb whatever it is you got going on.
I don't know what I got myself
But
into.
can you give me some more juice, please? Because my throat is actually really dry. Unless the water's thawed out enough to where I can drink that.
Oh boy, I don't even know myself what I got myself into.
Like, so to put it in perspective, it's definitely the opposite of regular anime conventions. And it's completely different than any card game tournament, which is like 95% male. KCON was 99% female. And all of them were so approachable. They were so nice. You know, never once did I feel awkward in regards to like talking to them about anything. It was one of literally the most amazing things that I had ever been a part of. And oh, thank you. Give me 1 second, you guys. Alright, I'm back. So there was, I'm actually gonna talk about this on stream. He knows who I'm talking about, especially the expo Alice went to. She was lit. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually saw her IG when you came back from the concert. Gladys, let me tell you something. Alright? Everything that happened at Anime Expo has nothing, absolutely nothing, on how crazy KCON was. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Everyone that was dancing, especially when 17 came out, everyone that was dancing was on Alice level or greater. Okay? But also, Gladys, I actually would love to have you guys share that moment of like going to Madison Square Garden, because that was really special. Like, it was one of those things where even now, like even when you see yourself there and you're recording it yourself being there and like you feel the energy of the place, you still cannot believe that you were actually there and you watched all this happen, especially if it's your first time. Like, I had a bunch of firsts. First time at KCON, first time eating Korean fried chicken. You know, first time sitting at Madison Square Garden and like where we were seated. Because if you guys don't know, I am terrified of heights. I just want to make that known. I am absolutely terrified of heights. The last time that I went anywhere that was anything like a concert or something like that, it was Raw, back when Raw was semi-decent. And I was up in the nosebleeds, and let me just say that like my anxiety, I almost had a panic attack, but I still enjoyed myself. Where we were, I was so happy because of how close we was, or how close we were rather, and like, I'm telling you, no, I didn't, don't get the wrong idea, guys. I didn't have a panic attack while we were like at the convention, because we were sitting so close to the floor that like,
wonderful marshmallow.
It calmed my nerves of like not being in the nosebleed. So believe me, Gladys, there was no panic attacks. I I love our little section though. Like we had like our own little squad. It was amazing, you know. And if I didn't think the girl like sitting in front of me was underage, because like she was cute, and then I heard her scream to 17, and I was like, oh no, we're not having that one. It's taking me twice as long to get through this because there's so much I want to talk about. So we might be here a while, guys. So thanks for sticking with me. But anyway, so like between those little instances that I really wasn't sure that I was gonna talk about, but I figured why not? Like you guys heard me cry on stream. You guys might as well be here for like everything else. Bit. So, another thing that happened was, I had went to a channel of how to start a panel on how to start a YouTube channel. And, I was introduced by Anthony, to a really cool guy who's also like a big K-pop YouTuber. His name is PD. I got to speak to him a little bit after the